not too long ago on this channel, I talked about kind of the discipline versus motivation argument when it comes to training and staying consistent. And what I generally come to the conclusion I generally come to is that you have to enjoy your training. Like, if you really want to progress in something, not only do you want to enjoy your training in order to stay consistent, but you want to enjoy your training so that it's actually beneficial to your life and it's not like draining you, right? So I've also talked about on this channel the importance of like sleep, the importance of diet, and I've never like actually heard anyone kind of apply the same idea to diet and sleep, because obviously how you train is important, and yeah, you got to keep some discipline with some sort of like conditioning moves and like making sure that your body is healthy and able to perform the skills that you want to. But surely the same applies with recovery, right? So I found myself always battling, bad sleeping habits and, screens late at night, and not necessarily staying up really late, but in the last like 2 hours of the day, like watching like YouTube or watching anime on my laptop, and that fucking blue light just destroying my sleep. Um, Not destroying, that's an exaggeration, but definitely having a negative impact. So the next day I don't feel as good going into my next training session, and also I'm not getting the most amount of adaptations. So recently I've kind of gotten a little bit back into reading and the habit of reading before bed. And this is just an extension of what I was talking about earlier. Like, this is just like, if you find, for example, this is only one activity, but I think it's a great example because it is very good before bed. But if you find an activity that isn't going to hinder you, like the same way that like screens and watch stuff on your laptop or your phone or whatever before bed, but you find something instead that doesn't, reading obviously is not going to have anywhere near as bad impact as screens. You got to find the thing that interests you and the thing you enjoy that is also beneficial. In the same way, you got to find the beneficial training that you enjoy, the good thing that's good for your body, but you also enjoy, right? So I can't believe I didn't put the dots together like sooner. Like, this is so obvious to me now. Like, I'm thinking of it, but yeah, I've just got to find books I like reading before bed, or I've got to find like an activity. If I don't have any books I like, you've got to find an activity that you enjoy before bed that isn't going to hinder your ability to sleep well and recover well. And it's the same with diet, right? It's like I've got to find things that I enjoy cooking, things that I enjoy eating that also benefit my body's recovery. And you can play around with it, but like you've got to experiment. Like last night I kind of cooked this like vegetable stew and had it with rice. And I haven't ever made a stew, never experimented with that. And the reason why I wanted to experiment with it is because it's like a really easy way to get like whole foods and high micronutrients, great carbs. Protein was lacking a little bit, but I had like massive protein meal earlier in the day, so it wasn't as big as a deal, right? Still hit my protein goal. But like experimenting with things like that, in the same way you experiment with training, right? You've got to experiment with sleeping habits, even like sleeping, like the routine, like bedtime and waking up time. You've got to experiment with that to see what makes you feel the best. You've got to experiment with the different activities before bed that you enjoy that are going to make you feel the best. You're going to experiment with cooking different things, eating different things that are going to make you feel the best and also benefit training. Wow, it's so fucking obvious when I say it out loud like that, but yeah, I think this is really an idea really worth sharing with anyone that is struggling with sleep, struggling with training a way that they like, struggling eating a way that's healthy and a way that like they enjoy. So yeah, experimentation is kind of the key to everything here. You will often find that the people that get the best results kind of not necessarily eat the same meal every day, because that might be taking it to an extreme, but eating like the same meals week by week, going to bed at the same time, doing the same things, and unfortunately, like not lacking the spontaneity in their life, or at least in their routine regarding training and their goal, is they lack spontaneity with it. Like they don't change it all that much. And if they do, it's because they're getting bored and they're going to try and keep enjoying it so that they stay consistent, right? But yeah, hopefully that was an idea that will help you. Yeah, let me know.